Pahlavi text translated by E.W. West, Part 4. Contents of the Nasks, Clareton, Oxford University Press, 1892. Dinkard, Book 9, Chapter 9, 1. The 8th Vargard, Hava et Tuma'ete, is about the abstinence of mankind for special propitiation from being unreliant upon religion on account of reverence for the evil spirit, that from the habit of being ungirdled on account of reverence for Undar, and that for Sovar, that from walking with one boot on account of reverence for Ta Urvo and Zauriko, that from being harmfully inquisitorial on account of reverence for Akatash, and that from the habit of being without a serpent's gorge on account of reverence for all the demons. 2. About the hungry intention, Gusnako min esni, of him who eats and drinks chattering, the delight of the demons on that account, and advice as regards not speaking a word during eating and drinking. 3. As to the praise and gratification of the sacred beings before eating and drinking, and also on finishing, and the purity of the mouth owing to its praise of righteousness. 4. About him whose ownership of any good work that they may perform does not attain to the best existence on account of not possessing a high priest by habit. 5. About the period of the ceremonial of Srosh, the righteous, being mostly on the passing away of the first half of the night, and the announcement of him who is the celebrator, Yastar, is for his protection from the fiend spirit. 6. The period of the ceremonial of Rashnu and Astad is mostly after that in the jurisdiction, Radih, of the Au Shahin, and the announcement of him who is the celebrator is abundance of grain. 7. The period of the ceremonial of Mitro, of the wide cattle pastures, and of the spirit of the pleasure of eating is mostly in the jurisdiction of the Havan, and the announcement of him who is the celebrator is a flock of sheep. 8. The period of the ceremonial is Asha Bahest, and also of the fire of Au Harmazd is mostly in the jurisdiction of the Rapetwin, and the announcement of him who is the celebrator is an assemblage of righteousness. 9. The period of the ceremonial of the lofty lord of females, the descendant of waters, and also of the water created by Au Harmazd, is mostly in the jurisdiction of the Au Za-Erin, and the announcement of him who is the celebrator is a troop of heroes, Viran Ramako 10, and the period of the ceremonial of the guardian spirits of the righteous, of the females with troops of heroes and years of pleasant dwelling, of the might which is well formed and handsome, as well as victorious and created by Au Harmazd, and of the fighting which is in the ascendant is mostly in the jurisdiction of the Ewis Ruthrim, and the announcement of him who is the celebrator is the origin of all excellence and the produce of all manifestation of righteousness. 11. Righteousness is the perfect excellence. And most people are not aware of certain things being for certain demons, are under the domain of their influence. But at the very least, we can say that these things form a psychological structure that can be worked with to address any sort of evil or ignorance that comes about.